Minecraft is the most terrifying game ever made. That was a minecart rolling on and off some rails that are way too close, which makes you feel unsafe. It's what's known as a cave sound, which is just one horrifying element of Minecraft. But something's wrong. You're in peaceful mode, which means that no hostile mobs are nearby. Literally no danger is there, so why is this so terrifying? The minecart you heard was the result of you being in a cave too long and cave16.ogg playing. Another creepy cave sound is seemingly a train whistle, which seems out of place unless you accidentally got lost somewhere where you shouldn't have. Cave sound 10 sounds like a sudden jump scare. And cave sound 14 spectrogram is literally a creeper's face. And finally, cave sound 18 sounds similar to the minecart, but somehow even bigger, more threatening, and even more creepy. Yes, cave sounds are incredibly creepy, especially in single player. But what's more unsettling is creepy music, like music discs 5, 11, and 13. Disc 5 sounds like someone accidentally summoning the warden and getting murdered by it. Which is even more terrifying than what's actually in the game somehow. Disc 11 showcases someone scared running out of someplace, probably running from a threat. And 13 is creepy just because of its sounds, especially what happens after the main part, which no one really talks about. And quite possibly the creepiest of all is a non-disc track in the game called Concrete Halls, which can only play in the Nether. Here's what it sounds like at the peak of its scariness. In addition to this, there's Dead Voxel, which sounds like this. But other than audible horror, Minecraft is still a really horrifying game. This can be seen in structures like woodland mansions, ancient cities, and even the Pale Garden. Woodland mansions are absurdly huge and give vibes of a haunted mansion. They aren't lit that well, and they're filled with hostile illagers, vindicators, and evokers. And it's not just the general spookiness of these mansions' hallways, although that's a big part of it. Look at these insanely weird rooms. They have piles of Steve's clothing, giant statues of cats and chickens, and a fake portal room, likely due to how mentally insane they were. Ancient cities are featured in the Deep Dark biome, the home of the Warden. But these aren't the scariest things here, because listen to the chilling sounds of the Skulk Shrieker. Oh my gosh, what the f was that? Every time you trigger a Skulk Shrieker, its loud shriek triggers the warden for his entrance. He gets angry 3 times, and on the 4th one, you're screwed. Even if you bring your full set of diamond armor, he can kill you in 1 shot. What's especially disturbing about the Pale Garden is its ambience. Everything turns pale. The grass, the trees, even the sky turns ghostly white. Another unsettling part is that the music stops right when you enter it. If some happy music was playing, once you enter the garden, it completely fades to silent. And that's for a very specific reason. At night, the creaking spawns. This asymmetrical wooden being whose only mission is to sneak up on you and kill you. It's made of pale oak wood, and it can only be killed by destroying its heart that's lodged deep within the trees. But that's all new Minecraft. Creakings were added in 2024, wardens were added in 2022, even the woodland mansion wasn't added until 2016. What's even more terrifying is old Minecraft, the game that's much darker and much more unknown than modern. You see, unlike modern Minecraft, old Minecraft was a brand new experience to everyone. There was no Minecraft wiki. You couldn't just look things up with your own experience because you didn't have any. You couldn't check a well-known website for what update Mojang just released. In fact, back then, you didn't even know when Mojang updated the game. You could just launch Minecraft and see totally new things all of a sudden, from a completely unknown cause. One of the interesting things about this is that you didn't even know if it was a mod, a glitch, or an actual update. Maybe Herobrine was an actual update. Wait, no, Mojang patched that one. It says it right here. But wait, removed Herobrine suggests that Mojang had added Herobrine before removing him. In old Minecraft, one night came and the place got very dark, like incredibly dark, and not the nice fading in and fading out like it does now. It was dramatic, drastic decreases of light. That's also meant that old Minecraft was literally darker than modern Minecraft, which made things very unknown, very confusing, and very terrifying. There are a plethora of things happening here that could make you scared. The most obvious one is the darkness. You, like all Homo sapiens, probably have a fear of the dark, which is normally attributed to quite young children. However, no matter how old you are, you you probably fear the dark. No need to be embarrassed of it, everyone has it, except maybe Jesus. The actual fear stems from the fear of the unknown, which means that you're not scared of being alone in the dark, you're scared of thinking you're alone in the dark, when really there's something with you, particularly something that's threatening you. But it could just be Scruffy the janitor. So really, when you're scared of the dark, you're fearing the unknown. And unlike walking into your basement when it's dark and thinking that there is a monster in there, Minecraft has actual monsters that specifically spawn in the dark, like zombies, skeletons, creepers, spiders, etc. This means that you can be jump scared, injured, hurt, or even killed by these monsters unexpectedly, especially if you're low on health. If you get jump scared by them, you might jump back in real life, which makes you lose control over Minecraft, giving them a few more seconds to end your life. You're especially on edge all the time if you're on really low health, like 1 heart or half of 1 heart. Those are some terrifying situations, but as long as you have a bed, you're safe, right? Right? In older Minecraft versions, when you went to bed, you weren't completely safe. There was a bug in the game back then that if you didn't sleep in a perfectly well-lit area, during your rapid eye movement, a monster would spawn to try to kill you. This could be any mob, like a zombie, skeleton, creeper, etc. Don't believe me? Well, this is shown in a very early episode of Stampy's Lovely World.
Ah, see, I'm sleeping through the night and I'm gonna wake in the morning. Ow! Ow! Oh my god!
Your nightmares can literally come to life in these versions. And to cheer you up, some of you actually never experienced this, because you couldn't. Not because you didn't play Minecraft back then, but because you literally were not born yet. Comment if you were born after 2012, by the way, to annoy the YouTube AI. So yeah, old Minecraft was terrifying, but something that both old and new Minecraft share is creepy Easter eggs. We got a lot to mention, so let's start with this clip from Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
There he is. What, behind the rabbit? It is the rabbit. You silly sod! Well, that's no ordinary rabbit. It's a killer. Look.
Yep, that was the killer bunny, which is also in Minecraft. But you can't just name a bunny the killer rabbit and make it go murderous. You have to summon it using this command. Apparently it's type 99, which makes me wonder what the other 98 types are. But this rabbit bunny is incredibly deadly. So deadly, in fact, that Mojang thought it would be an amazing idea to make this spawn naturally. Of course, they removed the feature shortly after implementing it, but still, in old versions, you could get jump scared and killed by this single seriously bloodthirsty rabbit. Hilarious if you watch Monty Python, but terrifying if not. Another creepy Easter egg was in the form of a non-Minecraft creepypasta, going by the name Slenderman. I promise this makes sense. If you didn't know, Slenderman's origins took place in 2009 when an image like this was released. He was a very tall person with no face and a very dark, colorless suit. Legend says he psychologically torments young children by causing them to experience paranoia, memory loss, and nosebleeds. He can also teleport anywhere at any time, and if you look at him, he gets closer to you. Sound like anything familiar? Yeah, so Notch actually based the Enderman's design on Slenderman. Think about it. They're both tall, dark figures, they're hostile, they can teleport, and looking at them is a bad idea. So Endermen are based on Slenderman. Eye contact is the worst. Moving on from creepypastas and Easter eggs like that, let's move to a really terrifying theory on why baby piglins aren't hostile. You see, in the game, when you go to the nether, if you're not wearing gold, piglins will attack you, unless they're young. Maybe, since they never grow up, the young piglins see what the adults do, and vow never to do it themselves, since it's immoral, horrifying, and literally insane. Baby piglins just kinda chill. They don't attack you even if you attack them. Now I know that some of you will say that they don't have weapons and that's why they don't attack you, but even if you give a baby piglin a sword through commands, it remains completely passive. And the scariest thing about all of this, normally when you see something scary in Minecraft, it's thanks to some sort of mod or some sort of player interference, like Giant Alex or the Cave Dweller or even the White Enderman. But everything that I discussed in this video, besides Herobrine, is 100% in Minecraft vanilla, the way Mojang coded it, and the way you can play it right now without any external modifications made by the community. And this all shows why Minecraft is truly the most terrifying game in the history of gaming. But it doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to play old Minecraft versions specifically to be scared. You don't have to pay attention to cave sounds or creepy music or creepypastas or random glitches or Easter eggs or even baby piglins. You make your own experience in the game, which means that you can either make it happy or sad or anything else. And hey, if you like horror, then you can still make Minecraft horrifying. At the end of this month, I'll make an actually really scary Minecraft video that's shorter than my others. And don't worry, it won't be like Inverted. Anyway, thanks for watching the CYT Minecraft video. Jesus is Lord, and until next time, undefeatable army.